What's up? What's up? Leans for late games or early games? What are we talking here?
Yo, yo.
What's up? What's up?
How we doing?
Ugh, frustrated.
About the prospects?
Yeah.
You want to talk about it?
I mean, there's not too much to say. It's just they took down all of my favorite props. Like there's still some that I love, like for sure, but like my favorite ones are gone. And they very conveniently announced the $25 risk-free MLB entry this morning too.
Wow.
Which is very
Interesting.
convenient.
It's crazy timing that happens.
Yeah, it's
Crazy
almost
timing.
like it's a coincidence.
Yeah. Gosh, that stinks. I got swept by Trent yesterday. That stinks. The Sharp report is turning into the actual bullshit Sharp report at this point. I'm cold, guys. If you don't, I mean, you can fucking call me out, whatever, say that I suck. Like, I'm putting money on the line on these bets. I know these bets suck. I'm on them for a lot of money. So you don't got to tell me twice. I get it. Got to figure it out. We got winners today. The squares have been grubbing. There's no doubt about it. This is the longest square streak I've ever watched. The public's absolutely eating. So at least somebody's winning. I'm coming for vengeance today. I've got 3 plays that I absolutely love that we can get to later. But I'm not losing to Trent again. Enough is enough. He's beat me twice. I'm not doing it again. I can't. Woke up this morning, absolutely grinded at the MLB card today. Love some of these plays. I like some early plays. I like some late plays. But guys, I know the plays have sucked. I'm the one betting them. I know. I'm not an idiot. I'm not out here saying my picks have been good. Thank goodness Javon and and others have been carrying the team with the prize picks, honestly, because we smacked another one last night. So if we're not hitting bets, at least the prize picks are hitting. We'll get another prize picks going this afternoon. We'll fire it off. We're running it back. Good shit yesterday, Javon. And anyone else listening who contributed in the spaces, good shit. Because that shit smacked. It was free.
Everybody ate just across prospects, I think, yesterday, which is a good probably reason why we're seeing a bunch of stuff get taken off.
So did all the stuff that got taken off, was it stuff that you already bet, or was it just the Morel one and then a couple other things that you were looking to bet?
Like I put entries in. Like that wasn't the only one, but like a lot
of all the entries that you put, a couple of them are now gone.
Well, no, like the entries, once you put them in, they're final. So like I'm gonna make money if they
for sure. No,
like,
you have
really
the entries in.
About, you know? Like
you have the entries in, but now we cannot bet them.
Yeah, I want to get it out to the people. I was literally about to put it. I was about to, tweet it, and then I looked back to try and like see which we were talking about. I was going to see which combo was my favorite, and then they're all gone. Which I don't know what to say.
They're on to you, bro.
I guess, bro.
They're on to you.
For everybody out there, if Christopher Morel and Mike Yastrzemski come back up on the runs and RBI category, you better take them. That's all I'm going to say. I doubt they will, but if they do, take them.
And prize picks, if you guys are listening to this, we want a fair fight. You guys have the upper hand. It's like we're fucking fighting our first fight out here, and you guys are Rocky Balboa. We want a fair fight. Give us the props. I know you gave us Kirk, which is awesome, but we want all of them. We want the props. Give us a chance. Give the people a chance. So we'll see what happens. Definitely going to run it back a prize picks today because, I mean, fire yesterday. And I went through all the suggestions. I mean, damn near every single one hit.
Yeah.
Straight up. You've been absolutely milking Prize Picks dry. Like they're talking about in chat right now. Absolutely milking. That's the goal. That's the goal. So you've been killing it. Keep killing it. Early games. What are you liking? Like some day baseball to take the edge off, huh?
Yeah, I mean, I know that it's just super square, but I don't know how you don't like the Phillies. I know I've seen like on Capwise's stream, everybody was on the team total. Like I don't see how you can not like that with Castano on the mound, a lefty, who hasn't been particularly good because he's not it's a bullpen game for the Marlins. So
right.
With that going on, as far as Prize Picks goes, I'll be taking Castellanos over runs in RBI just because that guy crushes lefties. And I've talked about this a couple times. This is a guy like when they put up these runs in RBI props, or really props in general, like this late, it's a pretty good sign, especially because they switched it to a lefty from Pablo Lopez. Schwarber was up. Now they put up Castellanos because it's a lefty. That guy has been terrible lately, but he mashes lefties. So I think that's a good spot for him today. The Phillies should roll. Probably not going to bet anything on a side, but I'll definitely be having Castellanos in an entry.
Now, let me ask you, what's up with this Houston-Texas line? Why the hell is Luis Garcia minus 150 against a pitcher who most people don't even know who this guy is? First of all, do you know who this guy is? And second of all, what the hell is going on?
I don't, but yeah, it doesn't make a lot of sense, especially being that Luis Garcia is so much better on the road too. This is reminding me a little bit of, I believe it was the Red Sox against Nick Pivetta when that line was a little strange, and the Red Sox won that game against Pivetta, who was a lot worse at home, and Garcia, like I said, who was a lot better on the road. So this line kind of reminds me of that. Obviously, it's a lot better team than the Red Sox, but not by much at that point in the season. But yeah, this is definitely weird. I'm taking a look at it.
I mean, who is this guy? T. Miller. I don't even know who this guy is.
Yeah, I couldn't really tell you too much about him.
Not JT Miller on the Rangers. I mean, this guy doesn't even come up.
Yeah. I mean, he's had one appearance out of the pen this year. That's it. So I don't know much about the guy.
Tyson Miller. Here he is. Attaboy. What's up, Tyson? How we doing, bro? Gosh, that's so weird. He's literally played one game this season. I mean, he's only going to go 2 innings probably, if that.
Yeah.
Trent, don't even tell me, actually. I don't want it to have any interference because I'm going head-to-head with you today, Trent. I hope you bring your fucking A game. Bring your fastball. Because I'm coming in hot.
I think from the stream, from Capwise's stream, if I heard correctly, somebody said that he is on that Rays under, if I'm not mistaken, which I can't hate.
Who else is on that Rays under?
I mean, it's probably going to be a majority of people, but I'm not fading it. I'm usually one to stay away from those, but I just don't know if I can do it today.
See, I'm about to trick Trent. I'm about to pick all the square stuff on this show and then give out all the other sides. So watch out. I might plant some false leans, Trent. Watch out. No, I wouldn't do that. It's not that deep. I like the under in the White Sox Detroit game. I like the line movement. It's moving down from 9.5 to 8.5 on some books. Give me the under in this game. I don't think these offenses are doing shit today. What do you think about that?
Yeah, I mean, I agree. I don't think there's going to be too many runs. And I think the Tigers win this game. That's probably the side I lean more than the total. I think the Tigers win. I think the fact that they're favored, even though it's, Faedo versus Vince Velasquez. Velasquez, certified turkey tosser at this point, but he's been a little better than I think people make him out to be. He hasn't been atrocious, but
who, Vince? Vince is fine.
Yeah,
I wouldn't even put him in the turkey tosser realm.
I think he was at a point. And at a point in the year, probably after the first couple of weeks, he was certified part of that category. But as it's progressed, he's gotten better. Yeah, he's gotten a little better. but I still think it's a little weird that the Tigers are favored in this game. Somebody else also asked something to pair it with in the over game, or something to pair it with in the early games. That Castellanos prop, I probably would go Faedo over 3.5 Ks in that game, just because I think he's going to go out there and shove. Not a huge strikeout guy, but I like the look. But I'd probably lean the Tigers in this game for sure. I'm probably going to bet it in a couple minutes here.
Okay, I like the line movement in that game. You want to roll Tigers today?
Yeah,
I'm trying to be more open and listen to other people's opinions who are also good at betting. So I'd be down to ride the Tigers if you like them today. I also like them. I like the line movement. I like that they're favored. I like that they're home. I like that they're playing the White Sox coming off of 2 wins. The White Sox stink. The White Sox are a joke. They have so much talent. Also, need to figure out what's going on with Tim Anderson. Apparently, there's some gossip going on with him. I think we can ask my girl Gab, who's coming on here later. She was tweeting about it. Good show today, guys. We're having Gab come on around 1:30 to talk some MLB. But before then, we're going to talk, some of these games. And Javon and I are going to go over our all-star predictions. He's got the AL. I've got the NL. And we're going to give our predictions. I mean, I honestly didn't think it was too difficult to make. Wouldn't be surprised if we go 100%. I feel like the guys starting are pretty clear. I really didn't have any trouble picking my guys. But we'll get to that in a little bit. Fado, low-key sub-3 ERA.
Yeah.
His name is literally Fado.
Yeah.
They're asking us to fade him.
I know.
Let's take it.
It's super tough, but yeah, I have to roll with him today. He's been better.
Is that your favorite play from the early game?
From the early game, I mean, I would go Castellanos as my favorite play from like the early slate of games, like these.
Okay.
Two. But that would probably be second, and then it is interesting too. I don't like backing runs and RBI in games with lower totals, but Victor Reyes hitting out of the leadoff spot. And I do like the Tigers in this game. He's listed for runs and RBI, so I think that's worth a look as well. I'll probably mix and match those 3 for just a little sprinkle to get the juices flowing. But, yeah, I think overall not anything crazy as far as props in the early slate. There's a lot better ones later in the day.
Okay, I'm with you. I'm sending our guests the link, but –
Trent has 5 units on Castellanos with the Yankees nerfy.
Oi.
God.
Oi. Goodness gracious. Yeah, very curious to see what Trent's on. Trent is literally on cloud 9 right now. The dude is walking on sunshine out here. Keep laughing. Trent, you be careful, man. You sound like me when I was number 1 on the list for top surgeons and was walking around talking like I'm the shit, and next thing I know, I can't buy that. So, you know what's coming, buddy. You know what's coming. But whatever you're doing right now, dude, whatever you're drinking, whatever you're fucking doing in the morning, keep doing it because you're working. It's working. It's working. Squares are full. I'm starting. Okay. Fucking Tigers, man. Jesus.
It's just something to put a little light on. It's a little sprinkle.
Well, I don't do that.
I do. Because I try to be responsible, Krabs. I'm not out here nuking $500 on every single bet.
Why not?
It's fun. It's more fun. That's why my unit size for props is double my side bets.
Right. And to everyone out here, yeah, keep your fucking units low. Like, we don't unit shame out here. I'm fucking around. Keep the units low, guys. You're good. I am locking in Tigers money line though, and I expect you to do that too.
I actually just did.
Okay, well there we go. How about them apples? Locking it in. If anybody wants to ride this out with the squad, it'll be on my TV. I'll be commentating, bitching about it when the White Sox go up first early. Don't you worry. Don't you worry. Okay. Tigers, bang. Nothing like betting on the Detroit Tigers to take the edge off in the morning, huh?
It's a painful feeling.
Okay. What other chat? Are there any other games you want us to talk about that are early or whatever? Let us know. But we're squad riding the Tigers, and this is not just my play. Javon likes it too. This is his play. This is his play. So if you trust his brain, I'm 100% blaming it on him if this loses.
Yep. It's fair.
Okay. Damn, I got a good line on win bet, -110. Let's go. Let's go. Come on. Yeah, I got a step and repeat, like book it banner. It's on the way. It was supposed to be here today. Of course, it's not. So you guys, this might be the last time you see the kitchen. So enjoy it because it's going away, and then we're moving out to a new place next month, and I'm gonna have like an actual normal person studio. So enjoy the kitchen while it lasts, guys. It's not won't be here long. Okay. There's a couple other early games. I feel like we should at least touch on them. Houston, Texas, we touched. I like Texas in that game. Not sure what the fuck's going on with that line, but that's super sketch.
Yeah, it's definitely a little weird. I don't know if I'm going to touch it just because squares have been grubbing lately.
Yeah.
But I have to look more into it.
And Luis Castillo is +114 today. He's plus money. It's disrespect. I know it's Zach Gallen, but come on now.
Yeah, usually that's what everybody says about Zach Gallen is for the starts. He's like, can't believe Zach Gallen's plus money because it's been like 7 or 8 straight starts that he's plus money.
Right. And the dude just keeps balling.
Yeah.
I love both of these arms. I think they're both extremely underrated.
Oh, 100%. 100%.
Yeah. Got to tweet out this bet so that when it loses, people can bitch at me. Okay. And then Kansas City, San Francisco. The Royals, they're dead. They're dead to me. They're done. They teased me last night too much. Talk about blue balls. Royals. I got some Royal blue balls last night. I mean, they were – Bubic literally did have his best career start probably. He looked so fucking good. And then they left him in for an extra inning. Got a couple runs off of him. It is what it is.
I was sweating. I was sweating for sure. I had probably my biggest MLB bet in a couple weeks. I put on that under. So I was sweating. I was sweating a bit.
The biggest bet you've had in weeks on that under?
Couple weeks, yeah.
You got to let me know.
I told you that. I told you on the line drops. I was like, Bubic pitching and the line's at 8.
You did. We did talk about that. We talked about a lot of stuff.
We did.
I'm going to give you my fucking DraftKings login, and you're just going to place it. Fuck. Okay. Well, I got to get this tweet out for the team. Let the people know what bet I'm on so they can fade. And Miguel Cabrera. I like rooting for Miguel Cabrera.
I think he should have a pretty decent game today, too.
I fucking hope so. He better.
I was debating looking for his props straight on a book, or I didn't even know if he was. I didn't look to see if he was drafted or listed on Prize Picks. I don't believe he is, but I was looking for that on the book, but I didn't end up taking it.
It's facts. Let's cut the shit and talk about the game. And you know what game I'm talking about.
Yep.
Let's go right into it. What are the vibes at? Last night was a crock of shit. I'm so happy I didn't take the Rays +1.5 because talk about tilted.
Yeah.
I'd literally be tilted towers.
I really didn't understand what was telling people to take the Rays. Like what? Like I'm just confused. Like we heard it on the stream, on the surgical stream, a bunch of times. I didn't hear any valid reasons for it other than the Rays are the Rays and they don't deserve to be this big of a favorite. I genuinely had no, like, I didn't understand it at all. Like today, I can understand it, obviously, with the AL Cy Young on the mound.
Ooh, which one?
You know which one. It's not Nestor. It's definitely not Nestor.
Give me a break.
But yeah, as square as a pick, I think that it is. I don't see how you don't take the under. Like, I know you're probably going to want to take the over because of how many people you're going to hear from today.
Uh-huh.
But I mean, just situationally, this feels like the game that we get the under.
Does it though? Because every Rays-Yankees game goes under ever. I was looking at the history over the past couple of years. It's like actually ridiculous. They're all unders.
Yeah, I mean, 4 or 5 so far this year too.
Most normal people would just say, okay, I'm going to take the under again. But I'm thinking maybe over here. I mean, that line is so low. All it takes is one big inning, dude, to push it over.
I mean, I locked in the under 7.5. It's down to 7 most places, or some places on FanDuel, it's 6.5 juice to the over.
Unbelievable.
Yeah.
Unbelievable. Well, good bet. Good bet.
I mean, it is what it is. I think I was talking about this on Capwise's show too. Like Shane's first start against the Yankees, that was what I considered to be his most impressive start of the year. Obviously, there's a couple guys out of lineup. Stanton wasn't playing. I think another guy or two, but I mean, most of the main guys were in there. But he didn't have his great stuff. He didn't have sharp stuff, and he still hammered out 6 one-run innings. All he gave up was a home run to Glaber. His off-speed stuff wasn't there. It wasn't sharp. His curveball wasn't sharp. His fastball command wasn't as good as we've seen it be over the course of this year. But he still fought through. He gave up a couple of hits. I think he gave up 7. But he battled through those innings, and he got through them against a Yankees lineup that's obviously much better than ours. What worries me is that Nestor Cortez, obviously, we watched that game with the Rays, against the Rays. We were on his under strikeouts. But he looked unhittable versus even guys that we used to hammer lefties like Andy Diaz. Zunino's obviously going to strike out 3 out of 4 times in a game, but he's there for the solo shot. He's there for the power supplying against lefties. He didn't do anything either. Honestly, the key to this game, I think is going to be Manny Margot, because he right now is our lefty guy.
Please tell me he's batting lead off. I guess we don't know yet, do we?
We don't know. It's either going to be him or Yandy. So I think I would be more comfortable with taking the Rays if I see Margot in that leadoff spot. But he's the guy who's hitting 370 versus lefties. He's been the spark plug for this offense lately, him and Randy. But I was talking about this too. It's hard to predict what Kevin Cash is going to do with the bullpen. That's why I don't try too much. But yesterday we threw Kluber for 6 innings, and then we finished it out with 2 no-names. So we should be having our top guys out of the bullpen, Whistler, Jason Adam, mainly because we're going to get 6 or 7 from Shane, I would think, unless he gets absolutely lit up, which I don't see happening. But yeah, it should. I'm super excited for this game. Win or lose, I think it's going to be a fantastic pitching matchup. And
It's got to be on TV, right?
I don't think so.
It's not. Maybe because it's going to be a snooze fest?
Huh. I mean, probably.
My conspiracies are ticking. It's wild. I'm seeing under 6.5 on MGM. That's wild, dude. You got a great line. A great line.
Yeah. I mean, this is what it is. I think it's probably going to land at 6. That's what I would think. You could probably scratch a couple across, but I mean, I think this game is going to go pretty similar to like most of the things that we've seen from the Yankees-Rays series this year. And you're talking about historically too.
What's your prediction? Score?
I think it's going to be like 3-2 either way. I'm not sure. Like, if Margot's leading off and I like the lineup that the Rays put out, I'd lean to the Rays. But I also think it wouldn't be a bad idea, because I know you want to fade Nestor Cortez. I know it wouldn't be a bad idea to go for the under strikeouts again. I don't think that would be a terrible idea at all.
What would that number be at if someone like me wanted to take that under?
I believe it's 5.5. Let me look.
It's so low against the Rays who strike out all the time.
It was 5.5 the last time we took it. That's 6.
Oof. Okay.
I still don't hate it.
I can get behind that. That might be something we have to throw in our prize picks later.
Yeah, I mean, I'm like, that's not one where I'm like, I got to take this. But, I mean, if you're looking to fade Nestor Cortez, that might be a better look than just trying to, like, take the Rays or take something else. Okay. Well, I am super stoked for this game, my man. I'm going to be on the Rays. Like, there's no doubt about it. I might be sneak whaling plus 1.5 Rays, minus 180. I don't care. I might be sneak whaling. We'll have to see. Nobody will know until after. Yeah.
But goodness gracious, Shane McClanahan is so fucking good.
Ridiculous.
What's the update on Glass now? Do we know? Do we know what's going on with him?
So at the beginning of the year, the goal was like supposedly like what they say is, he's going to be coming back for the playoff push at the end of the year. I don't see that happening. Like his timetable has not really progressed to the point where I think the Rays, who are usually pretty conscious about bringing pitchers back, I don't think they're going to rush him back, even if we're, making a playoff push, even if we somehow move up to the top of the division, anything that happens, I don't see him coming to play this year.
Okay. That's fair.
Plus, I think his contract expires also this off season, so they might try to. I wouldn't be shocked if they trade him at the deadline.
Wow, that would be something. Yeah. That's something the Rays would do because they're probably not going to sign him, right?
Yeah, I mean, if they get the inkling that they're not going to re-sign him for anything, like I think not to say that it's like a good thing that he got injured, but their one saving grace to like hold out hope that they can re-sign with him is that his value is going to be a little lower coming off of Tommy John. But I still think he's going to be at a price tag that's too high for them to match. So again, I wouldn't be shocked if he's gone at the deadline.
That stinks, bro. That's the curse of being a small market team, man. I'm sorry, but you're used to it by now. You're used to it by now. Okay. I want to talk the Cardinals. The Cardinals, and Dilberto made a great point last night in our group chat. Good teams find ways to win. And this Cardinals team, over and over again, even when their offense is subpar besides Goldie. I mean, it's pretty much been Goldie carrying their offense the past couple weeks. Good teams find ways to win, and they're doing it. Hats off to Mikolas, who was an absolute freak last night, almost threw a no-no, 130 pitches. I'm very curious to see how he bounces back in his next starts because the dude's arm's hanging on by a thread. The guy's hurt all year. He's like Strasburg, right? He's like never pitched a full season. I'm very, very curious, and I'm rooting for him. I'm not rooting against him, but very curious to see how he performs in his next start after throwing 130 pitches. That's a lot of pitches. And that really stinks that it got blown up. I mean, he had 2 strikes with 2 outs, and it got blown up. That's brutal.
Absolutely.
That's brutal.
Sucked.
Gosh, maybe if someone besides Bader was out there in center field, a play would have been made. I mean, that ball was touched, though.
It was. It did look like a makeable play, though. It just looked like he overran it a little bit.
Yeah, he's just not good out there in center. Like, if Robles was out there, I think he has a chance.
Kevin Kiermaier's out there that he's camping on the ball.
Kevin Kiermaier catches that ball 9 times out of 10. 100%. Kevin Kiermaier's going 0 for 4 at the plate with 3 strikeouts, but he's making that catch 9 times out of 10.
Yeah, he's making that catch with his eyes closed, even though it looks like he's swinging with his eyes closed at the plate. So, goes both ways.
But this Gorman kid, Nick Gorman, he's unbelievable too. He made a diving play. People are ragging on this guy's defense, including me, saying that he's pretty much a hitter only. He plays corners. He's not even a middle infielder. The dude's been making plays all year. At the plate, he's hitting great. He made a diving play yesterday to save the no-hitter during the game. He had an insanely smart base running move in the first game, which cost me some money, although they would have probably ended up winning anyways. But they had the bases loaded, and I know you probably saw this, and most of you probably did too. Nolan Gorman, my bad. He had a play where it was bases juiced, and a ground ball was hit, towards up the middle. The shortstop fielded it, and he fucking tossed it to second. It was about to be a bang-bang play. And instead of Gorman just sliding or stopping at the base and probably would have been a force out at the end of the inning, Gorman was smart and kept his speed going and just rounded second base and started running to third. So he beat the throw. But obviously he was going to get out in the base pass, but that run from third scored. So one of the smartest base running moves I've ever seen in baseball. And that kid's a rookie. So very, very impressed by this team. Very, very impressed. Good teams find ways to win. Watch out for this team going forward. Definitely. And how about Tyler Mahle? He's back too. Dude's dealing. Dude's absolutely dealing.
Yes. I mean, speaking of possible trade pieces come the deadline, that guy's going to be top of the list.
I don't really see a world where him and or Luis Castillo aren't moved.
Yeah, one of them at least.
100%, dude. I don't see why both of them wouldn't be moved. They could get some serious shit for those guys.
Yeah, I feel like the price tag's going to be really high too, which
yeah,
some teams may be able to match it. Some teams maybe not.
I'm trying to think of, and that was an electric game, by the way. It went 12 innings. Cincinnati ended up winning 5-3. When I think it was it 1-1 going into
it was scoreless, I think, right?
It was scoreless, and they scored one. Each team scored 1 in the 10th, 2 in the 11th, and then Cincy hit a triple in the top of the 12th to win it. But what a game! Tyler Mahle threw 9 innings, no runs. What a freak!
Yeah.
What a freak! He couldn't get the win. He didn't qualify for the win, but what an outing from him. His reputation still precedes him. He's pitching great on the road now again. He's finally looking like the guy we knew he was. Maybe even a little bit better the last couple starts. So good for him. We knew it was in there with him. I mean, he looked weirdly bad in the beginning of the season. Something was off. But he's back. He's back. And Craig Kimbrell, I know you were watching the end of that game. Mm-hmm. And I know they had the ref thing, right? The umpire guy hitting the head with the bat. They had to switch that out. So it was like a 10-minute pause, 15-minute pause. And that's never good for a pitcher or a closer. But that dude is all over the place and still finds ways to close out games every single time. Every single closing appearance I've seen from Craig Kimbrell this year, people have been on base, and it's like the sketchiest, sweatiest closeout I've ever seen. The dude is all over the place, but his stuff is so nasty. He doesn't even know where the hell it's going. He has no clue. He's got no clue, but it's so nasty it doesn't even matter. The umpire didn't even know what to call a ball or a strike. His fucking off speed was moving around so much yesterday. Unbelievable game. But yeah, if you're always looking for some excitement, turn on the TV in the 9th inning when Craig Kimbrell's going out there, because he's taken over perfectly for Kenley Jensen, if not better. Maybe there's something cursed with those closers out there in LA. I don't know.
Yeah, something.
But the Dodgers, they found a way to win. Golden Tate. I don't know if you heard this, but Golden Tate is actually switching to baseball, which I thought was super weird. If you guys haven't heard this story, give it a Google search. Pretty fucking hysterical. He's giving baseball a shot. Really weird. Rooting for the guy. We'll see what happens. But I thought that was kind of funny. I mean, he hasn't played in the league for a little bit, but I thought that was pretty weird.
Tim Tebow's got guys acting different. That's for sure.
Whatever happened to Tebow's Mets career? Is that kind of just done?
I assume so. I haven't heard anything about it. I think I did hear something about him like officially hanging it up like a year or two ago.
Okay. I remember there was a time when the Mets were so bad, people were like, shit, just call him up. Fuck it.
Yeah.
He was hitting like 190 in the minors, and people wanted to call him up because it was Tebow.
Yeah.
Hey, whatever fills seats.
Yeah.
Right? Yeah. Whatever fills seats. Okay. And the Braves. The Braves are on absolute fire. I mean, they beat the Nats last night. Not like that's a big accomplishment, but the Braves are on fire. They've won 12 games in a row. They're coming. They're coming for the Mets.
I like something very interesting in that game.
What do you like?
I'm on the Nats first 5 team total.
No, you're not.
I am.
Talk to me.
So I love Spencer Strider. But against the Nationals, a guy that throws 70% fastballs is going to be a problem. Like this guy, he started 3 games this year against the Pirates, Rockies, and Diamondbacks. 2 of them, Pirates and Rockies, are 20th and 24th against fastballs in the league. So they've only played 1 team that is top of the league against hitting fastballs. That's the D-backs, and they tagged him for 5 runs and 4 1/3. So the Nats, very good against fastballs. They're a top 10 team against fastballs. Talking run value, we've got Soto, 13 run value against fastballs. Josh Bell, 8, and surprisingly Lane Thomas at 6.
He's balling.
So, He is. I love everything about him. If those guys are in the lineup, I love this. That's what I need to feel confident. Nelson Cruz too, but he's not that much of a factor in my opinion of like this bet. But I'm not willing to back the Nats because the Braves are so hot. Like you've said, like they just look like a team that doesn't want to be there. But I think they're going to score runs. They're going to score runs, but
they do every game. They score.
They do, yeah. And I'll take I was first looking at the full game team total at 3.5, which I still think is a really good look. But I'm going to take the first 5 1.5, just because in games they've scored 4 runs, which is 29 games. Only 2 of those have they not scored 2 in the first 5. So I'm going to take that just because that's where the value lies. One swing of the bat, get a little Lane Thomas single, Juan Soto bomb, whatever you got to do. But I think that this matchup is a problem. I think the line is slightly a little lower, a little shorter than it should be. So this is my way of backing the Nats without backing them to win the game.
What were the odds you got on that team total first half?
So the first 5 is a little juice, like a lot of them that are at 1.5 R. It's minus 145. But I mean, if you don't want to lay that, the full game is minus 120 over 3.5, somewhere around there. So like, do whatever you want. I think they get both.
Yeah, I doubt we see Soto in the lineup today too, which definitely scares me.
I think Soto is expected back from what I've been seeing.
Okay, so maybe they just gave him a nice little day off yesterday after his little knee thing.
Yeah, hoping.
Okay, would be surprised if he's out though. But if you're hearing that he's supposed to play, and I could do some digging too.
Yeah, I'm definitely do some digging because I'm gonna lock as soon as it seems like he's really like I'm getting confirmed things that he's gonna be in the lineup. I'm placing that. Okay. And honestly, even with him out of it, I still would feel inclined.
I still think they can hit that without Soto, to be honest with you. I love Juan Soto, but he hasn't really been the guy hammering home the runs as of late.
Yeah.
It's been everyone else. I mean, Lane Thomas is batting leadoff these days. What the hell is going on, guys? Exactly. The dude's absolutely balling the last month. It's actually crazy. Look at his numbers. He's absolutely balling. People aren't really including him in our whole rebuild plan, but if he plays like this the rest of the year, which obviously I don't expect, but if he's playing like this or close to it the rest of the year, he might have earned himself a spot on Juan Soto's team next year. Because that's pretty much what this is, dude. This is a fucking tryout. This is what this is. I mean, half this team's about to be gone, scrapped, traded. Caesar's going to be traded. Nelson, Josh Bell, Yadiel, Michael. Those are 5 of our starters right there. Those guys are gone. Those guys are gone at the deadline. At least 3 of those 5 guys, probably 4, are gone. Yadiel Hernandez is still such an underrated bat, although he has cooled off a little bit. But the dude
he rakes. 100%.
He's 30 years old. Like he might even be older. People think he's young because they haven't heard him. He got called up from the minors 2 years ago. He was a career minor leaguer. Got to respect guys like that. It's awesome.
100%. 100%.
And the guy who started pitching for us yesterday looked exactly like Will Zalatoris, the golfer, the super skinny dude. He was like 6'4", $180. Besides that one inning where he gave up 7 runs, he pitched pretty good, or 5 runs. He pitched pretty darn good.
Yeah.
So I hope they give him another shot. He was throwing 96. He had some nasty stuff. Yeah, this Nats year is a tryout. I do like the Nats today, though. I like the Nats to win. Not that means anything. I like them to win every fucking day. But I do agree with you. The line is a little short. People are really gassing this Strider dude he's been great. He's been great, no doubt. But I think we can get to him. Especially if he's throwing fastballs like you were saying. So
yeah, 70% fastball guy. So it's a lot against the Nationals team that hits him really well.
Sheesh. Okay. I want to go over our MLB All-Star teams real quick. But before I do, got to give my guys at The Game Day a shout out. Give them a follow at The Game Day on Twitter, social media. Check out thegameday.com. See what promos they're running for your states. Get you some free money to play with when you're setting up your sportsbook accounts, yada, yada, yada. Give them a follow at The Game Day and check out thegameday.com. So, Javon, you're doing AL. I'm doing NL because you're a Rays guy. I'm a Nats guy. Why don't you go down your list of your all-star predictions for the AL?
Yeah. So, I mean, a lot of these guys honestly don't need much explanation. But, I mean, at first base, I'm obviously going with Ty France. That guy has been so ridiculous, and he still doesn't get the love that he deserves. He's literally the glue of that Mariners lineup. He's one of the best hitters in the league, honestly, and he still doesn't get the respect he deserves. So another guy who also doesn't get the respect that he deserves is Andres Jimenez, who I have starting at second base. This guy is a 300 hitter, another guy who's been a fantastic compliment to Jose Ramirez playing as well as he has in that lineup. He has been absolutely fantastic, a good spot in that lineup. I don't know what the voting is like, but if that guy isn't starting, there's something wrong. But third base, I know some people just said it in the chat. I'm going Jose Ramirez. I think right now you can't go wrong with either of those guys, obviously. But I'm going with Jose Ramirez just because he has done so much for that offense. Not that Devers hasn't either. But again, it's just it's probably a little biased of a pick just because I really love Jose Ramirez. But I'm going with
Who
him.
doesn't love that guy?
Who
How is he
doesn't love
still
him?
so underrated? I don't
I
understand
don't
it.
get
Like,
it.
how do
I don't
people
get
not?
it.
How is he not on ESPN every night? He hits a double and gets a stolen base every single night. I don't get it.
Yeah, honestly. Like if they can find some way to cheat and get like Devers at the DH, even though Jordan is clearly the DH option, they can find some way to cheat because both those guys really deserve to start. If they can do that, be fantastic because Devers deserves there too. But shortstop, I'm going Tim Anderson, swag hound. He's been hurt for a good portion of the year, but he's still putting up numbers for that White Sox lineup that really, other than him, has been pretty disappointing. And then as far as outfield, it's pretty chalky, but you just got to go Judge and Trout for sure. Last spot is the one that's really up for debate, and I would say I'd give it to George Springer just because he's been such a consistent part at the top of that lineup. He's really been one of the guys who has stayed consistent in getting them back to what their offensive production is supposed to be, getting that offense to what we expect from the Blue Jays. So, yeah, that's what I went with. And then obviously at catcher, I'm going with Alejandro Kirk. And not as a joke. Not as a joke. That guy has been fantastic. He's another one of those guys who's super underrated because all the bats in that Blue Jays lineup, but he's hitting 300. He is such a consistent part in that lineup, and he just continues to hit. So, like, that guy, he is another guy like Jimenez. Like, I haven't looked at the voting. I haven't looked at who's starting. I don't know if they've released an update for it yet, but if he's not starting, I don't know who else should be in the American League. Like, it's honestly pretty slim picking as far as that. Like, Trevino's good, don't get me wrong, but he's not Alejandro Kirk. I'm sorry. But that's what I'm going with. And then Jordan and DH. If I could choose Devers to start, that would be fantastic. But at this point, Jordan's got the numbers. JD, fantastic option as well. But I'm going to go with Jordan, and that's what I'm going with.
Yeah, that's a tough call between Jordan and JD Martinez. Holy smokes!
Really, really tough.
I mean, talk about you can't go wrong.
Yeah,
I'm watching. I just had to throw on the Tigers game. Fido's walking people.
Yes.
Fido is walking people.
Though, I saw. I think.
What'd you say?
He did get a strikeout from what I saw, though.
Okay.
Which is nice. Get it started early.
Okay.
That prop.
It's first and second, 2 outs. Yoan Moncada's up. He's hitting $141.
Here we go.
So he's probably going to get a home run here.
Here we go.
Okay. I'll go over mine. I mean, first base is probably the easiest pick of all time. It's Paul Goldschmidt. Give me a break. The dude is a freak. Talk about under-talked about. I guess people are bored of this guy. I don't know. Maybe because he's just old and been around the block and isn't really flashy, but the dude rakes. I feel like he hits a home run literally every day. Literally every day. And Ollie, bro, I'm with you, man. That Rangers loss was ridiculous. Ridiculous last night. Fucking unbelievable. All right. Second base, I've got Jeff McNeil. I got a couple Mets in this lineup. I don't like the Mets. I think that they're going to have a lower than expected performing second half just because they're the Mets. But as of right now, I mean, these guys deserve it. Jeff McNeil's been raking this year, straight up. And I do like Jeff McNeil. I got no qualms with him. Manny Machado at third base. That's pretty easy. I took Dansby Swanson at shortstop. It was between him and Trey. This was tough, but I'm giving it to my guy Dansby. He's been absolutely unconscious this season, and I like him because he's a new face. He's been performing extremely well this year. Oh, no. Oh, no. He actually hit a home run.
You shouldn't have mentioned it.
Oh.
Sorry, we're going to be back. Can the Tigers even score 4 runs as an offense? Maybe not, but we'll be seeing.
Oh, He actually just hit a home run. He actually just hit a home run after what I just said.
Yeah, that one's on you.
Wow.
You hate to see that.
Uh-huh. They're acting like they just won the World Series in the dugout. Okay. It's the most energy I've seen out of the White Sox all season. Nice.
Yeah.
All right. Let's continue with the list. I mean, that's absolutely hysterical. Okay. Like I was saying, Dansby Swanson, he's earned it in my eyes. The dude's been raking all year. He plays great defense. He's awesome. I got Mookie Betts in my outfield, although he's been struggling recently. I still think he deserves it. Mark Canha, I've got out there in the outfield. That dude, nobody's talking about this guy, but his stats are incredible. He's been absolutely balling this year. And I've also got another Met, Starlin Marte, who's been cracked this year too, barring, missing a couple games with an injury. The dude's been great all season. Wilson Contreras at the catching position. That's a no-brainer in my eyes. And then Bryce Harper, the DH, also a no-brainer. That dude's having a hell of a year. I wonder if we'll ever see Harper play the field this season. I doubt it. His arm is pretty messed up. I don't know what their game plan is. I think he needs Tommy John or some shit. So I don't know when they're planning on doing that. Is he going to miss the whole next season? Like, what are they going to wait to see they're going to wait until they're out of playoffs and then maybe do it this year? Or are they going to wait till after the year? I don't know. But that's an interesting predicament that they're in with him.
Yeah, definitely.
Because he needs TJ. But that's my list. Goldschmidt, McNeil, Machado, Dansby, Mookie, Canha, Marte, Contreras, and Hapa. Those are my guys.
Surprised you have so many Mets.
Yeah, well, they've earned it. They've earned it. Gosh, man, I can't believe that just happened. Your guy Fido got another strikeout, though.
Hey, there we go. There we go.
2K.
There's a silver lining. You can just give me 2 more.
There you go. Well, shit. Okay. I still I'm in shock that just happened. I mean, I spoke into existence.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm in shock. Should I just take that lost unit and throw it on the Rangers?
Maybe not. I don't know. I don't want to touch that game, honestly.
I mean, what's up with that? What's up with that game? I don't fucking get it.
It's weird, but I don't know. I just don't see them getting to Luis Garcia. It's weird. Like, I don't know. It's not jumping out enough to me as far as the matchups and everything go for me to take it.
Look at the total. Why is it a 9?
Look, it's a Rangers bullpen game, pretty much.
The total's at 9 in a game where one of the best road pitchers on earth is pitching. That doesn't make any sense. All right, let's talk about a later game to get my mind off of this and hope I don't fucking push and reach and send another stupid bet. Wow, I'm looking at the Tigers lineup right now and I'm about to throw up. It's fucking terrible.
Super gross.
Unbelievable. All right, Mets, Brewers. This line is sketch. Looks like people hammered the Brewers this morning. That's a fact. What are we thinking about this one?
Yeah, I mean, Brewers are picking up a good amount of steam, which is good for them. I don't know if I'm comfortable enough to back David Peterson, but I think that total is really interesting. Being that line moved, if that line would have stayed in the same place as far as the money lines go, I probably would have backed the Mets, but Mets also seem like a pretty public underdog from what I was seeing in the Capwise stream comments, but that under seems very interesting if that also stays there. Because David Peterson has been a trash can. Corbin Burns hasn't been fantastic either. He hasn't been the Corbin Burns that we know or think that he's going to be as the Cy Young candidate. So, I mean, against the Brewers offense that I am not scared of whatsoever, the under is definitely something that I'll be looking into over the course of the day.
Yeah, I'm with you. That under hasn't moved. It looks like a lot of the money is on the over. in that game, and it's not moving.
No,
it's not moving. Yeah, I like the Mets in this game too. I don't really understand the odds here. I mean, you're telling me Peterson's plus 115 against Cy Young winner? Give me a break.
It's weird. It's really weird. Didn't he just shove against the Dodgers though? I don't know if it's his last start, or the start before, but he's shown that he can get it done against decent offenses. He's just also been really bad some other games. But I mean, the Brewers' offense is terrible, so you shouldn't really have that much of a concern backing him, I guess. At the same time, my head's in a thousand different places in this game. If you couldn't tell.
Yeah, and that's usually when a normal person would just stay off, but I'm not giving up. I think we could both agree we like the Pirates today.
Yep.
Okay. Before we have our guest on, do you want to give the people any prize picks, any squares you like, or do you want to hold them and wait?
So I don't think you can go wrong with too many Cubs hitters today. I'm going to take Contreras. I'm going to take Wilson Contreras just because there's a lot of things like why I think the Cubs are going to have a pretty good day. Like Weathers is he's been terrible this year in the minors, 7.29 ERA in 12 starts. But he's also a fly ball pitcher with the wind blowing out in Wrigley. It does matter a lot. We see that even with sinker ballers like Kyle Hendricks. It matters a lot. But he doesn't strike guys out. His K per 9 is sub 7 in the minors this year too. And that helps with high riff weight guys like Wilson Contreras and, like Christopher Morel and Patrick Wisdom and everybody else. But outside of the Yankee series where the whole Cubs team kind of decided to stop playing baseball, Contreras has covered this prop pretty much every game at his fantasy score, 7.5. He hits fastballs pretty well, which is what hurt Weathers in the majors when he was up last year. He had a run value of 8 against us last year. It hasn't been good in the minors either with that fastball. So I like that a lot. Like I said, Morel running RBI was probably my favorite prop of the day before it got taken down, and somebody was going to have to drive him in. So it's probably going to be.
It's going.
Yeah. But Contreras is going to do enough today. Another one that I like. This is a weird spot because I don't know if I love the Jays in this game, but I think all of their hitting props are a go. Springer, Vlad, Kirk, even Teoscar a little lower tier than those three. But my favorite's probably going to be Springer just because he hits against Zimmerman's pitch arsenal the best. Run value of 5 against that fastball, which Springer loves, or what Zimmerman loves. And Zimmerman's fastball is what's been getting him killed all year. So opponents are hitting 426, slugging 722 over it. So I think that's where he's going to get in trouble. Obviously, you like the at-bats, you like the volume that you're going to get with Springer in that leadoff spot, most likely. But the interesting silver lining on the Alejandro Kirk total bases, by the way, it's Springer total bases 1.5, but Alejandro Kirk, Zimmerman's worst run value pitch is the changeup, which happens to be Alejandro Kirk's best and better than all of the hitters in the Jays lineup. So that's the angle I think you get from taking Kirk, not just taking it because he's Alejandro Kirk and he's up on prize picks and it's super fun to back. But I mean, there's a legitimate angle for it that I like. So I definitely think Springer, like Vlad's a wagon, so he's probably going to get his too. But Springer definitely a go, Kirk a go, Vlad a go if you really want. Teoscar beats your go for sure. But love them all today.
You had me at Kirk.
Yeah.
You had me at Kirk. It's as simple as that. Our guys up there, we got to take them. I will make a deal. If we take Kirk in our prize picks today, which I have a feeling we might, or at least make a separate one with a minute, if he comes through for the team and does his job, I'll buy a jersey. I'll buy a Kirk jersey. I'll rock it next week. That's my guy.
I feel like it's not going to take much convincing either.
No, not on my end.
I feel like he could just not cover it all. You're still going to love the guy and want to take it.
He could literally go 0 for 100 and have me bet on the Blue Jays every game, and I'd still love him. He's awesome. Fair. He's awesome. Javon, hang around. I'm going to bring on our guest, Gab, to talk some baseball. But hang around. Might want to bring you in at the end. We'll be seeing.
For sure.
I appreciate you, my man. Check out those prize picks. See if they took any squares off.
I was looking because somebody said are they tripping, or is Contreras not on prize picks? He is. I did look and double check, but I'll be looking throughout the day.
Okay. Sounds good, Javon. Might have you back up here. Appreciate it, man.
Yep.
What's
Hey,
going
what's
on,
up?
Gab? How's it
Guys, real
going?
quick, sorry about my voice. It's gone. I was out of control this weekend. Voice is gone. We're making do with what's happening. That's
Sure.
what we got.
No
That's what we
worries.
got.
We can hear you clear as
Well,
day.
that's good. That's good.
What were you getting into this weekend? Big weekend?
I was in Tampa for my friend's birthday. It was pretty fun.
Okay.
Yeah.
Very fun.
Mm-hmm.
I know
Watched
you're
some hockey.
okay. Yeah. The Lightning, right? I'm not a big hockey guy, but I know they
Me
love their
either, but
hockey
like
down
it
there.
was a fun experience.
For sure. For sure. So you're a Cleveland fan, right? You're a Guardians fan. Are you from that
Yes.
area?
I'm from
Originally?
Ohio, yes. Lived in Ohio
Okay.
for the majority of my life. Lived in Pittsburgh as a Cleveland fan for a little bit. That was a lot to deal with, but we're back in Ohio, so.
Okay. Awesome. And then for people who are looking to see, where they can find your content, I know you're doing some stuff for FanDuel. Where can they find you?
You can find me on Twitter, Instagram, TikTok at Gab Gowdy, GABBGOUDY. And you can find me on FanDuel basically anywhere they're posting something. So that's where I'll be.
Awesome. And what are you doing for them?
I make a lot of different content videos, not specifically betting related, but I make videos just about different events going on in the sports world. I also have a show with
Awesome.
them, and it's every Tuesday, 7 p.m. on Twitch. And can I curse on here?
For sure. Hell
We
yeah.
talk shit. We just talk shit the whole time. And that's what we do. We talk shit.
Yeah, this is a fair game stream. You can say whatever.
Right.
I saw you had a Cleveland Browns player on there the other day. I thought that was pretty cool.
we had Isaac Rochelle on the show. He's a big TikTok guy, so that was awesome.
I know he's always up on my feed. I'm hip. Very cool. That's awesome. I've had a couple like minor league players, and I had Brian Johnson on the other day, the kicker of the Commanders. So nothing like that, but we're making moves. I wanted to kind of see, first of all, thanks for coming on, but I wanted to see like your background, like how did you even get into this space? When did you start betting? Do you actually bet on stuff? Are you making content? Like what's good? When did you start getting into it?
I bet on things sometimes. However, where I live, it's not really the easiest to do so, Ohio, because they're far behind everywhere else when it comes to that stuff. But how I got into this, well, I was not always in sports. I used to be an aerospace chemist. I worked in a lab for a year.
Wow.
Yeah, I went to school for biochemistry, and then I started posting about sports on the internet. People started following, made some jokes, went to some games, made some videos, met some people. And people started following me, and people started reaching out. They're like, hey, have you ever thought about doing this as a job? I'm like, probably not, but it sounds interesting. And then eventually I made it to where I am here now. So
that's awesome. That's pretty cool. I think that's a cool switch, and you're definitely way smarter than me. Holy shit.
Oh my gosh.
Aerospace engineer.
I'm smart with some things like science, cool, street smarts, maybe not so much, but we're making the best we can.
That's okay. We're out here learning. So you are a Guardians fan.
Yes.
So we're not going to go into like the reasonings of why they changed the name and stuff, but as a Washington Commanders fan who just changed our name to the most cheesy, corniest, worst name of all time, what do you think about your new name?
The name, I think the name could have been different. I would have not picked the Guardians. I would have picked something else, definitely. Maybe like the Spiders. The Spiders sound cool, like people showing up to the game, Spider-Man costume.
Okay.
Yeah.
The Spiders. So, I don't hate that at all.
I would have picked that one. But the Guardians, it's cool, whatever. As long as I win games, who gives a shit,
For sure. And they're winning some games. They're winning some games. They're not the Yankees, but they're not the Nationals.
Yeah, they're not the Yankees.
That's for sure. That's my team. Nobody's the Yankees, although I'm fading the shit out of them today for a lot of money.
If there's one team that I love to hate, it's the Yankees. So.
Well, we can get along then because that's pretty much what I do on half the show is just shit talk the Yankees. So I knew I liked you. That's good. How about your guy, Jose Ramirez?
Oh my God, I love Jose Ramirez.
He's on fire.
Listen, this is a message for the Yankees fans. Fuck Aaron Judge. Jose Ramirez for MVP. Fuck Aaron Judge. Jose Ramirez, MVP. So.
I had a feeling you were going to say that. I actually looked up the odds. You can get some serious value. Plus 900.
Ramirez,
Plus 900 on J-Ram. Unbelievable. Aaron Judge, it's probably his to lose.
Right. Aaron Judge is he's really so good. But, I just have to stick up for my guy.
For sure. I still think Soto could win the NL MVP, and he's hitting 220. Got to stick up for your guys, right?
Right.
Have to. And gosh, he might be on the Yankees in the next couple of years, which would suck.
Who? Jose Ramirez?
No, Juan Soto.
I was about to say, hell
Jose
no.
Ramirez just got paid. He's showing. Okay. Would you rather have Jose Ramirez or Rafael Devers?
I'd rather have Jose Ramirez. That's a dumb question.
Okay. I mean, is there anyone I could say who you'd rather have than Jose Ramirez?
No, there's no one that you can change my mind. It's Jose Ramirez every damn day.
I'll cross off. I'll save some time and I won't go over the other names. That's respect. You got to back your guys. I mean, he's so underrated. I don't understand how he's really a 5-tool player. I don't think people understand it. You look at the dude, he's a little chonk. You're not expecting him to.
He's gonna do anything he does, to be honest.
He's stealing bases. He's out here stealing bases, making plays in the field. He's a 5-tool player. He's awesome. I wish we had him. He's very, very good. But I'm very curious. So I've never really talked to anyone from the Cleveland area. Like, what is there to do around there?
People kind of why does everybody do that?
They're ragging on you guys. They're saying all you have is LeBron, yada, yada, yada. Like,
there's a lot to do in Cleveland.
People that it's a normal place and people have fun there too.
Cleveland is a normal place. People have fun here too. We go to games. However, our teams don't win as often as other people. So that might steer you away a little bit. That's okay. But there's a lot to do here. The nightlife is actually really fun here. It's probably one of the most fun places I've ever been. No, people are going to be like, no, it's not. That sounds so stupid. But in Cleveland, Ohio, you can do anything you want to do.
Okay. So, all right. I love it. I saw you were tweeting about Tim Anderson.
Oh my God.
Either today or the other day. What's the tea on that? What's going on?
I don't know. Has everybody seen what's going on with Tim Anderson?
I have not.
Okay, so Tim Anderson was active right now. If he was playing, you should take Tim Anderson should have for 2 bases because he has 2 side chicks posting about him while his wife's at home and he got another one pregnant. So that's what happened.
Holy shit.
Yeah, I mean, like he's the Tristan Thompson of MLB, a menace.
Wow. Except he's actually good. Right?
Yeah, except he's actually like good. I mean, Tristan Thompson's an NBA champion. So, I mean.
For sure. He was pretty good back in the day. I'm just ragging on him. Tristan Thompson got caught cheating at a hookah lounge right down the street from me, actually, right outside of DC.
I mean, me too, like down the street from me every day. So, right.
That's facts. Okay. Gosh, I had no idea about the Tim Anderson tea. That's crazy.
Well, that's what happened. I mean, like he's just out here living his best life. I mean, if I was a pro athlete, I would probably be a menace too, but maybe not as loud.
Right. These guys, I feel like they don't even care. Like Tristan Thompson at this point doesn't even care, right? Like he's getting caught left and right like every year. I feel like it's like a yearly thing.
Right. Right.
Okay. Yeah, Tim Anderson's playing more than just baseball, I guess. Gosh. Brutal. But any MLB games that caught your eye today?
I'm gonna be a homer. I'm gonna be a straight homer.
I figured you were gonna be a homer today. Okay.
We're just gonna go right for it.
Sure.
Cleveland Guardians for some plus money today with the Pilk Man on the mound. So
the Pilk Man?
Yeah, the Pilk Man.
Okay.
That's what I got
awesome.
for you.
The Pilk Man has been pretty good.
Okay. He's not terrible.
Good. I mean, this guy came out of nowhere. He literally might have been a milkman before he made his debut this year. Nobody knows. He came out of nowhere.
Right. So they're winning today.
He's going against Gomber, who's atrocious. So
right. He's really bad. He has like an ERA of like 7.
Really bad.
So
I don't know if you've checked out your props yet in this game, but I could definitely see a J Ram home run going today.
I would hope so. But it's like what is it at? Like 256?
It's probably terrible value. Yeah.
It's pretty weak. Yeah, it's pretty weak. Yep.
They're playing in Colorado. The total is set at 12.
Yeah, that's a lot. That's a lot of runs.
Mm-hmm. It's Colorado though. That's what happens.
A lot of runs. I mean, they scored a few yesterday. They're probably gonna score a lot today. So.
Okay. Do you think the Guardians? Do you think they can make some noise this year? Do you think they have a chance to make the playoffs?
I mean, they're playing in the weakest division in baseball. Their division is always terrible. If they were in any other division, they'd almost be in last place. But we're 2.5 games out of first. So I would say by a month from now, the Guardians will be or will have been in first at one point in time until then. So,
but you're not making any promises saying they're going to win the division.
No, I'm not promising anything with that team except today that they're going to win.
You promise? If I bet on it, will you refund me?
Maybe we'll see.
That did not sound too confident.
No, right. But you just being a Cleveland sports fan, it's just a roller coaster of emotions.
I mean, I get it. I'm a DC sports fan. We suck at everything besides hockey. And I guess we won baseball 1 year in 2019. But besides that, I mean, our team stink too. It is what it is. Yeah, you got the Twins. Your guys' division does kind of stink.
Yeah, we have the Twins, Royals. The Twins are okay.
Yeah, they're good.
I mean, they're good. Royals, no. White Sox, similar.
You missed it. Before you came on, I was watching the White Sox Tigers game. We had a little bet on the Tigers today.
What did you bet on the Tigers?
Well, now it's easy to say that now. They're down 3-0. But yeah,
right.
That's a great question. I don't know why I bet on the Tigers. They're terrible. But Young Makata came up with 2 guys on in the first inning, and I literally said, "Oh, he's hitting 150 this year. He's probably going to hit a home run." And guess what he does next pitch? He hits a damn home run.
See ya.
Unbelievable. So I'm a little flustered. Not gonna lie to you.
Right, like the AL Central is a mess. So you just probably should stay away from them. They're a disaster.
Yeah, I actually, to be honest with you, and you're not gonna like this, but I'm actually really high on the Twins. Their pitching staff.
I mean, isn't everybody right now?
Yeah, I mean, they've been hot, but people are saying Buxton's back finally, right? Like he's starting to hit the ball well. He was really struggling for a couple of weeks, but I know. I'm assuming you hate the Twins, but I think they're pretty darn good. But you guys are right there. You're 2.5 games back. You've won 7 out of your last 10 games. You're streaking. You play the Rockies this week. Give me a break. You guys can make some moves.
Let's hope we make some moves into September, October. That's
what do you guys if you had to go out and get a player or get a certain position need? What do you guys think you need? You need some arms?
I don't know what they need right now. We have a bunch of young guys in the outfield, maybe a veteran guy in the outfield. We have Miles Straw, but he's hitting 217. But you can't take him out of the field either.
Yeah, I'm looking at your guys' lineup today. It's interesting. You got Miles Straw hitting leadoff.
Yes, we do. I haven't even looked at the lineup today.
Josh Naylor.
I love Josh Naylor. He's a psychopath.
Yeah, he was the guy who was screaming coming into the dugout after he hit that grand slam, being a freak.
Yeah, he was screaming. He was really screaming.
Absolutely love it. Yeah, that's the kind of energy I need. I need to hear that guy scream to wake me up in the morning, make that my alarm clock or something.
I would love to see Franmil come back and be really, 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 really good, but I just don't see that.
Yeah,
happening.
He's just been really, 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 really bad. That's kind of the issue.
Yeah.
Really, 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 really bad. But he can hit some fucking bombs.
He can definitely hit some bombs.
500 feet. He's a freak. But yeah, he's hurt. You definitely need him back. You could probably go for some arms. But hey, you guys.
I feel like our pitching staff is usually really, really, really good, and that's usually the strong point of our team. And right now, they're okay. They're kind of mediocre. All of our pitchers keep getting injured in some way. So,
you know what you need is Jan Gomes back.
What?
2019 World Series champion.
Oh my God, I love Jan Gomes. I do love Jan Gomes. Someone posted a video of him yesterday. It was the last time we played the Rockies before yesterday, and he hit a walk-off home run in the bottom of the 9th, and it was fucking electric. That place used to be sold out every single night. Now there's 5 fans a game. So
really, gosh, I feel like numbers are down across the board in baseball. I mean, I go to Nats games and there's 7 people there. It's the same people. It's me and 3 people. I'm like, hey, what's up?
Nobody's I'll buy a ticket 5 minutes before the game for $3 and then just walk down, sit behind the dugout. No one says anything. So
they're just begging people to come. They should start paying you to come.
Honestly, they should.
But yeah, you guys are hanging around. Honestly, all jokes aside, 30-27. You're right there.
Right there. We also have had 10 rain delays, so we have a lot of makeup games to add into that too.
Damn. Okay. Does it rain a lot up there?
Yeah, they should make a dome. They should build a dome. Retractable roof, actually. Honestly, they should. Yeah, maybe for this and for the football team.
So this is a good question because it leads me to my next point.
What about the football team?
Oh no, I wasn't even going to get into the Browns.
Oh, okay.
I guess we can. I was gonna say, like, I've never been. I'm trying to go to every MLB stadium at some point. What would be like the cool thing the Guardians have there? Is there like a cool food thing they have there? Like
they have something. It's disgusting. I don't know why they have it. Everybody gets it and they say they like it. Hot dog with the mac and cheese on it, but there's like fruity pebbles on top of it.
Okay.
And everybody says it's really good, but I'm just like, oh no. They also have Jameson cold brew slushies. They're kind of fire.
Okay, I could get behind those.
A lot of different beer.
Okay.
A lot of different. There's a lot of like Mexican places in there too, which they're actually kind of fire. Barrio nachos, pretty good.
Okay.
You can get some pierogies.
Okay. Are pierogies, aren't they like a Pittsburgh thing?
I mean, I think it's like Cleveland and Pittsburgh thing. Pittsburgh wants to claim it more than we do, but we do have pierogies like that.
So there's beef.
There's always beef between Cleveland and Pittsburgh.
For sure. Are you excited to be going up against a rookie quarterback that they're going to have going probably 2 games a year?
No, Mitch Trubisky's going to play, so it doesn't really matter.
Wow. You can't be serious.
Yeah, I'm 100% serious. I'm 100% serious. Yes, like it's going to be. Yeah, I think Mitch is going to start.
No way.
Yeah, 100% Mitch Trubisky's going to start. Yes.
Kenny Pickett's going to start.
His hands are like this size, so.
He does have baby hands. So in college, I went to Virginia Tech, and he went to Pitt. So I obviously hate the guy because he's fucking awesome. And my buddy, one of my best friends, went to high school with him and played like pee-wee football. He was his center growing up, like his whole life, and was like, funny. Yeah, like Kenny's awesome, but like, so it was like a rainy game, like it was raining all day, and my buddy was like, yeah, like he's got like really small hands, and we're like, okay, great, like why do you know that, and why does that even matter? And he was like, yeah, like when it rains, you never know what's gonna happen, and we were like, oh shit, so we all hammered BT, and we won. It was sick. So I fucking love Kenny Pickett's little hands. I think he's doing a great job.
Oh my God. No, he's also, you got like a bump in chat up in here. Everybody's replying.
For sure. People are juiced up. They're excited to see you.
Nice little audience.
Hell yeah. Hell yeah, we do. And literally filming this in my kitchen too, which is pretty hilarious. Working on the studio.
From my living room in Cleveland, Ohio.
Hey, whatever plays. Whatever plays. The Krabs Studio 2.0 is coming next month. Moving into a new place. My room is just way too small to do anything like this. And I like to stand. I like to move around, you know. God, people are freaking out. I don't know what they're talking about. I'm assuming it's
right. That's so funny.
It's definitely not the Tigers because they're not doing shit.
I think it's me.
It might be you. It honestly might be you. Straight up, they're saying "Gad bang, let's go."
That means they like the Guardians. So thanks, guys.
Yeah, I think they like you. That's good. Yeah, they're freaking out. Love it.
Right.
Okay. Well, your football team.
Oh,
what do you think about your new quarterback? Are you cool with him? Are you anti? What do you think?
Okay, so let's break it down into parts.
Sure.
Is he a sex pest? 1,000%. Is he a bad guy? Yeah, he has done a lot of bad things. Did they pay him too much money? Probably. Who's to say? Is he good at football? Yes. Both things valid. Both things are a lot. So it's a lot to like deal with, you know, like just imagine you have the worst football team of all time. You get made fun of every single year. And now they get a really good quarterback, but at what cost?
At what cost
do you get this quarterback? It's really sad because I used to tweet at the Browns every game in 2020. Like this is way before everything, like way before any of his cases, allegations, everything. I tweeted at the Browns after every single game, trade for Deshaun Watson now. And then
this was before all the
this is way before.
Okay.
Way before all the wacko shit. Yeah, I would tweet at the Browns.
And we don't have to go into that stuff, but
yeah, and then guess what they did? They kind of listened to me, but maybe at the wrong time. So
maybe they were. You think they were listening to your Twitter?
Oh yeah, they were probably writing notes every time I tweeted Baker Mayfield threw an interception, trade for Deshaun Watson.
So what do you think about Baker Mayfield? You don't fuck with him?
I mean, I don't think he's very good.
Okay.
I do think that he can help out a few amount of teams in the league. Like I think a few teams could use him.
Has he not been traded or moved yet? I don't think
no,
so,
he's
right?
just chilling. He's just chilling in Texas right now, just hanging out.
Damn. Okay. Well, he's definitely not going to be on the Browns come start the season.
No. I don't know why people keep saying that. People keep saying, oh, they're going to put Baker Mayfield out there for a few games. He's going to do something for them. Like he's going to start a couple games. I don't know. He's get the water.
He's going to hold Watson's clipboard. That's about
like
it.
He's not going to do anything.
No.
Yeah, we're going to roll out Jacoby Brissett. Okay, so if let's just say the suspension is like 8 games. I don't know how long it's going to be. Like either way, I'm just going to be like, you guys are fucking idiots. Our first like 6 games, we could probably win 4 of those with Jacoby Brissett. I know that sounds crazy, but like if you could win games with how Baker Mayfield was playing last year, you can win games probably with Jacoby Brissett. We won 2 games with Case Keenum. Everybody else around them,
you won those games with your defense, right?
Right, like everybody else around them, like is okay enough to do something. So,
your guys' offense scares me a little bit.
In which way?
I just don't think that there's much going on besides the
what?
New QB.
You don't like Nick Chubb or Kareem Hunt? You don't think they're going to do anything?
I like Nick Chubb and Kareem Hunt, but who the heck is Deshaun Watson throwing the football to?
Amari Cooper.
Ooh, you guys did get Amari Cooper. See, you're on your shit. You do know your team. Okay. I was testing you.
Yeah, you think I'm going to show up here and not know about my football team?
I honestly completely forgot that he was on that team. And I also really don't think he's that good, but he's pretty good. He's definitely better than Odell Beckham right now.
Donovan Peoples-Jones is going to have an okay year too, I feel like.
Stop it.
Oh, come on. Yes, he will. He'll do better than last year.
Couldn't do worse.
David Njoku? Yeah.
Come on now. We'll see. I mean, hey, you have a great playmaker. Is it pretty much a lock that he's going to be suspended for a couple of games?
Oh, yeah, he's definitely going to get suspended. I just don't know what it's going to be.
I feel like they wouldn't have paid him a boatload if he wasn't only going to be suspended for a couple of games or not suspended at all.
I don't know. Because, like, listen to who we're talking about. We're talking about the Cleveland Browns. When have they done anything good besides beat the Pittsburgh Steelers one time in the playoffs? And that was our only claim to fame. So
that's facts. I mean, hey, I'm right there with you. I'm a Commanders fan. We're probably just as much of a joke, if not more.
What about Scary Terry?
Fired. Scary Terry isn't getting paid. He's not showing up to camp. No bueno. Mm-hmm. Our captain, our leader, the best moral and good, best person and best player on our team is saying, fuck you guys, I'm not coming. I mean, why can't we?
Yeah, I feel like a lot of players are saying that right now. So, I mean,
but we've also got a lot of guys who are still at minicamp and they're like, well, I want to get ready for the season and I like hanging out with the guys. Like Daron Payne, who's in a contract year, who everyone on earth knows that he's about to get. We're not re-signing him. There's just no way. We can't pay him. His rookie contract's about to expire. He showed up and they're like, why are you here? Like everyone was shocked. And he's like, I'm trying to get my work in. I'm trying to hang out with my guys. But I get it, right? It's a business. Money's money. I'm pro player. I'm pro paying the players. If I could pay Terry McLaurin, I would.
Right, because if you're not going to pay him, someone else is going to. So I don't know why everybody keeps complaining about people getting paid.
Pay the man.
Right, your team doesn't do it, someone else is going to do it, so you might as well do it.
Yeah, well, our ownership and leadership, executive leadership, are a bunch of idiots. So
I feel that a lot.
Yeah, it doesn't help. I think our teams are very similar. Very similar teams. Okay, so we'll see what happens on the football field this year with both of our teams. My expectations are way too high with Carson Wentz. We'll see how that goes.
I was high on Carson Wentz last year, and he made me look like a fucking clown. So I said he was going to go through the playoffs.
You take out those last 2 games, and he had his second career year behind when he won MVP. Right. But you can't really take out those last 2 games because they were atrocious, and he lost to the Jaguars. And guess who we play week 1? The Jaguars. And guess who he has like the worst career stats against? The Jaguars. So we're probably going to lose. I'll tell you right now, I might have to bet against us week 1. Straight up. It's like that.
That doesn't sound very fun, but good luck.
Do you ever bet against your own team or no?
One time, there was this one time, it was like 2 years ago, the year that the Browns were going to make the playoffs, and I put $3 on every single game because it just said $3 is chilling on every single game besides the Browns and the Steelers, because if the Browns won, they were going to make the playoffs. All of them. Got them. Made some money. Had a good day. Celebrated a playoff win. Watched my team win again. Went to Kansas City. Watched them lose. So I don't bet against my team because I know it's already going to be miserable enough. So let's not be any more miserable than we need to be.
You know what I call that? I call that a win-win, because you either hit your bet or your team wins. That's a very rare win-win. I love it. Well, Gab, I appreciate you coming on. We do have to shut this down. Trent's got a show. He's got to run. He's got some parlays he's got to send. But real quick, for people who hopped on late, where can they find you? What's your Twitter? If people want to find your profile, where are you at?
You guys can find me at Gab Goudy, GABBGOUDY. Thanks for having me on, and go Guardians.
Definitely. Go Guardians tonight. JRAM MVP plus 900. Love that ticket. We'll have to do this again at some point when I have.
Yeah, for sure.
Maybe when I'm not in my kitchen in the next couple of weeks.
For sure. Cool.
Well, NFL season. All right.
See you guys.
Awesome. I appreciate it, Gab. Everyone, good luck on your bets today. Fade my plays. They suck. We'll be seeing. Trent, I'm coming for you today, bro. Watch out. Watch out.